When it comes to all things Danish, modern furniture, beer, and pastries stand out, but arguably the country's most famous export are tiny toy bricks. In 2023 alone, over 88 billion of the colorful plastic bricks were sold, and the 85-year-old company behind them reigns as one of the world's most iconic toy manufacturers. But if it weren't for a series of fires and an ingenious woodworker, Lego may never have been built. The history of Lego begins in a small Danish village in the early 20th century, a time when life was simple, but often hard. The world was on the brink of rapid industrialization, but in South Jutland, Denmark, a young boy named Ole Kirk Christensen was growing up in a family of 13 children. Ole's life was filled with work from a young age, as he helped his family on the farm. Despite their financial struggles, Ole had a strong spirit, and he would find joy in an unlikely place: wood. From as young as 6, Ole worked on the farm, but whenever he had a moment, he whittled wood. It was this simple, hands-on craft that would shape the rest of his life. Ole's passion for creating things out of wood grew stronger over time, and at 14, he left the farm to become an apprentice carpenter with his older brother, Christian Bonde Christensen. Working alongside his brother, Ole quickly learned the skills of carpentry and craftsmanship, which would become the foundation of his later success. By 1916, with years of training behind him, Ole felt ready to set out on his own. He purchased a small woodworking shop in the town of Billund, Denmark, a decision that would one day change the world of toys forever. Ole's shop initially produced simple household items like stepladders, ironing boards, and wooden stools. However, in 1924, tragedy struck. His sons accidentally set fire to the workshop, reducing it to ashes. Others might have given up with a total loss, but Christensen saw the fire as an excuse to simply build a larger workshop. In 1929, the American stock market crash plunged the world into depression, and Christensen's wife died in 1932. Bowed by personal and financial disaster, Christensen laid off much of his staff and struggled to make ends meet. In 1934, Ole Kirk Christensen decided to give his company a new name: Lego. The name was derived from the Danish phrase "leg godt," which means play well. Little did Ole know that Lego would one day become a household name across the globe. At this time, the company was still focused on making wooden toys like cars, trucks, and animals, but Ole's attention to detail and quality craftsmanship laid the foundation for what was to come. In the 1940s, technology was rapidly advancing, and new materials were being introduced to the manufacturing world. One of these materials was plastic. While many toy manufacturers were skeptical about using plastic, Ole saw its potential. In 1947, Lego became one of the first companies in Denmark to purchase an injection molding machine capable of creating plastic toys. This decision marked a significant turning point for the company. 2 years later, in 1949, Lego introduced its first plastic bricks, called automatic binding bricks. These early bricks were simple, hollow rectangles with circular studs on top, allowing them to snap together. The toy was inspired by a set of self-locking bricks invented by a British company, Kiddicraft. Lego says Kiddicraft told the company it was fine to use the design, but in 1981, they formally bought the rights to Kiddicraft bricks from their inventor's descendants. Christensen and his son, Gottfred, made improvements on the British design and began selling plastic bricks in 1949. The plastic bricks didn't sell as well as the wooden toys at first, and many parents were wary of the new material, but Ole remained confident in his vision. In 1954, Gottfred Kirk Christensen, Ole's son, became the junior managing director of the company. Gottfred shared his father's passion for innovation and quality. During a business trip to England, he had a conversation with a toy buyer that would change the direction of Lego forever. The buyer pointed out that many toys lacked a coherent system, something that would allow them to work together as a set rather than as individual, isolated pieces. Inspired by this idea, Gottfred returned to Denmark, determined to turn Lego bricks into a complete system of play. The first Lego system sets were introduced in 1955, featuring various themes and elements that encouraged creativity and imagination. In 1958, the company came up with the stud and tube principle to ensure the perfect clutch power that holds creations together. This interlocking process was so innovative and groundbreaking that the LEGO Group applied for a patent immediately. Tragically, the same year the new brick design was finalized, Ole Kirk Christensen passed away. But his legacy lived on through his son, Gottfried, who took the reins of the company and pushed LEGO into the future. With the new brick design in place, LEGO shifted its focus to developing a comprehensive system of play. The company began producing sets that allowed children to build houses, vehicles, and other structures that could be combined and expanded upon. Just 5 years after launching its system of play, LEGO sustained a third catastrophic fire. Like the first, this blaze sealed the company's fate. Since the fire burned up all of the company's wooden toy inventory, the company decided to ditch wood and move ahead with plastic. During the 1960s, LEGO experienced rapid growth. The LEGO Group expanded its operations, opening new factories in Denmark and later in Germany, the United States, and other countries. The bricks became a global sensation as children around the world discovered the joy of building their own worlds out of LEGO. With its growing popularity, the brand found itself hosting more than 20,000 visitors a year who came to the factory in Billund to see the exhibition of finished LEGO models. When this became unmanageable, Gottfried opened the first Legoland in 1968. At first, the company expected to attract about 300,000 visitors annually, but they were shocked when that number reached 625,000. Today, the Legoland parks around the world have a total of more than 15 million visitors annually. Despite its success, LEGO faced several challenges over the years. In the early 2000s, the company struggled financially as competition in the toy industry increased and some of its products failed to resonate with consumers. However, LEGO managed to bounce back by refocusing on its core principles of creativity and play. One of the most significant turning points came with the introduction of LEGO licensed themes, starting with Star Wars in 1999. By partnering with popular franchises like Harry Potter, Batman, and Marvel, LEGO was able to appeal to a broader audience, including older fans and collectors. These licensed themes became some of LEGO's best-selling products, helping to secure the company's future. In addition to licensed themes, LEGO also embraced the digital age. The company launched video games, movies, and TV shows based on its popular themes, further expanding the LEGO universe. The LEGO Movie in 2014 was a huge success, capturing the imagination of both children and adults with its humor and creativity. The movie's tagline, "Everything is awesome," became a rallying cry for LEGO fans everywhere. There you go, guys. From a small wooden toy workshop in Denmark to a global empire built on creativity, the story of LEGO is one of resilience, imagination, and innovation. Ole Kirk Christensen's legacy lives on in every brick, and with each new generation of builders, the possibilities remain endless.